So, same background, different clothes, same color, but different day. Um, so, I was sitting here thinking and reading and listening to lectures and stuff, and I was thinking to myself, you know, what are you really trying to do? Like I sit here and I gave up social media. I gave up like one form of social media, which was Facebook at the time. And then I decided to continue to stay with, oh, by the way, what up, niggas? So, and then I decided to stay with like Instagram and Snapchat. And I just focused myself around that just so I can just kind of deter and direct my life in a different way. So once I kind of like eliminated, because see, I feel like with Instagram or Snapchat, you don't really feel influenced to say something every day because it's really not a part of your daily life unless you're really into that. So not too long ago, I think I want to say like November, I decided, because I was starting to get a little bit more closer to what I was trying to do as far as like occult readings, fairy magic, pendulum work, candle, etc., etc. But reading a little bit more and going far beyond which people see, which is just only dark magic, instead of going further and further or going behind the real purpose of why, or the real purpose of who, what, when, where, why, more the logistics of everything versus of just staying completely with dark. Everything is dark, but what I can say is what comes from the dark is light and vice versa. But how would I have not known that unless I read it for myself and came up with my own um, doctrine, if you will, and not follow or regurgitate what everybody else says. This is that, law of polarity, you know, whatever, I don't know, whatever people say. And it's nice to listen to other people. It's nice to have some form of um, lineage, if you will. But after that, where do you go? Do you keep on repeating what everybody else say, or do you come up and create your own information? That's where I'm at. So I decided to go back and open up my Facebook and create my own Facebook, but that also not have my family, not have any work friends, not have anybody like that, but just focus on people who have like-mindedness as myself. So once I got on there, I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun. And then you start to, I felt like now after a while that my ego was starting to become in the forefront of what I was doing. I still was doing the work, but I would still put stuff up. And when I would put stuff up, it was just more things that were near and dear to me. And then people were like, okay, that's pretty cool. And everybody would like it. That's a form of love bombing. And of course, you're going to want to put more things up there, because when you're getting likes, you feel like you're right. Versus even if we don't put anything up there at all, or if you put something up there that still speaks to you, but you're going in another direction when people might still be in the same place, you tend to feel some type of way. It's like, damn, nobody's like really moving with me. So of course you're going to feel a certain type of way. And what you're thinking and what you're feeling may not be received well. So you will not get that same type of affection that you have got before when you stayed inside of that quote unquote box. So for example, if you will, I know you guys are familiar with Bobby Hemmett. So you remember when Bobby Hemmett first came out, but he was talking about, super dark magic, and then all of a sudden he went into, he actually, I think it was, he started into more like the Egyptians, and then after a while he went into dark magic about the devil, and people were starting to be like, no, no, no. But then after a while they were starting to fuck with it, because people like something that's dark and people like something that's eerie. But my thing about it is they only love the romanticism of it and not really taking on what the attributes are. And it's so easy to say, listen, I want to be a part of this because it's cool, I want to be a part of this because it's dark, and I'm a dark nigga, I'm a dark this, I'm dark that, but at the end of the day, y'all niggas really scary, for real, you know what I'm saying? So y'all really kind of scared. So after a while, and this is starting to recently happen, and I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do all of this for myself. So now I feel like I should change the way I change the way I still have the same type of thinking. Like I'm really I still am into everything, but I want to go past that. Like I read so much, and one of my favorite books, and I always, when people bring up stuff, sometimes I kind of like go in between, should I, even a comment on somebody else's statement, but then sometimes I feel like, you know what, maybe I should, but then I'm like, should I? You know what I'm saying? You ever feel like that? So one of my favorite authors is Rudolf Steiner. He's like really good. So you should check him out. He has a lot of books. He has this one that is actually one of my personal favorites, is The Myths and Mysteries of the Egyptians. Bomb. And then he has one too, if I can't remember it for some reason, but it was about the prehistory of man. Bomb. Bomb. And it makes you think. Like, it makes you really think about how life was in the Lemurian age, Atlantis, where we come from, how we are created. And it just it makes you think past what just the broad thinking would be. Anyways, I digress. What my main focus is going to be is going to be more so me like talking. I'm going to talk about different points. I have one of the coolest guys. He actually follows me, and hold on.